What's up, guys? JD Venom here, part of Venom Nation Wrestling, and this is my WWE NXT review for tonight from Full Sail University. Great thing about NXT and the great thing about the WWE Network is I get to watch it anytime that I want. So I started NXT a little bit late, didn't watch it fully live. I was watching when NXT was about to end. But it was from Full Sail tonight. As always, we had a tag team main event tonight for the NXT tag team titles of the Authors of Pain versus Heavy Machinery. We also got to see Johnny Gargano returning to NXT after his destruction, after being destroyed by Tommaso Ciampa at NXT TakeOver Chicago. We also got to see Aleister Black in action versus a debuting, versus a debuting Bobby Fish from Ring of Honor. And also tonight, not in this show, but tonight, and if you do not want to be spoiled, fast forward ahead to at least 3 minutes in this video, 4 minutes in this video. If you're watching live, give me a few minutes if you do not want to be spoiled. That's your warning. Tonight, at the NXT tapings from Full Sail, also going up against Aleister Black, Kyle O'Reilly, who has been rumored, who has been, speculating to come join NXT and the WWE, debut tonight against Aleister Black at Full Sail in a one-on-one match. It's all over Twitter, so don't go on Twitter. Well, if you're listening to this now, you want to be spoiled. But go on Twitter, and if you want to hear about and see more from Kyle O'Reilly, he debuted tonight against Aleister Black. He lost, but Aleister Black and Kyle O'Reilly was, apparently from what I heard, was a good match. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish was Red Dragon in Ring of Honor. I guarantee you this is going to be the new tag team, the face of NXT in the tag team division. The Red Dragon. You got Red Dragon. You got Heavy Machinery. You got Authors of Pain. You got Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli, who's becoming an up-and-coming team. And a new up-and-coming team as well, called the Street Profits, had a vignette tonight for NXT. So there's a lot going on with the tag team division. I'm very excited about that. But tonight, at the Full Sail tapings for NXT, we get the debut of Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly, the former Ring of Honor champion, debuts in NXT. Kyle O'Reilly is signed, apparently, or he should be. I mean, the WWE wants to sign him. I'm pretty sure he's signed. He's signed. Bobby Fish, I'm pretty sure he's signed as well. Now, all we're waiting for, guys, is Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby! And possibly, I'm going to say it once, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep drilling the point home until he's officially signed somewhere. Marty Scurll has yet to sign a contract with New Japan or Ring of Honor. He has yet to sign a contract, guys. So you know what that means. WWE is definitely on, or Marty Scurll, I should say, I'm saying that backwards, is definitely on WWE's radar. That is no doubt about that. Is Marty Scurll coming to WWE and to NXT? Time will be, the time will tell with that. The time will tell with that if Marty Scurll's coming. But tonight, we get Bobby Fish. We already knew about Bobby Fish, and now we get Kyle O'Reilly. Red Dragon's here. I mean, it's not official, but they're just about here. You know what I mean? Can't wait to see what they're gonna do. I mean, it kind of sucks now that DIY is now broken up, because that'll be a great match to see. You know what I mean? Red Dragon versus DIY. Imagine Red Dragon versus the Revival. Oh my God. Red Dragon versus American Alpha. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Like, I can't wait for those matches to come. Now again, I'm getting a little bit too excited because I'm talking about main roster. It's gonna have to happen on the main roster, but come on, let me be happy for a little bit. Let me be happy for a little bit for what the possibilities could come with Red Dragon in the WWE. But that was breaking news from Full Sail University tonight. Kyle O'Reilly versus Aleister Black. Kyle O'Reilly has debuted in NXT. He lost to Aleister Black. Aleister Black also defeated Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, obviously known as Red Dragon, one of the best Ring of Honor tag teams in that company's history. You know what I mean? One of the longest reigning Ring of Honor tag team champions ever. They will form a tag team in NXT. The writing's on the wall. I can't wait for it. It's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be grand. It's going to be fucking fantastic. I can't wait for it. So, with that being said, let's get into our NXT review tonight from Full Sail. Now, tonight's NXT was kind of underwhelming. And the reason I think this was underwhelming is because of the fans at Full Sail. You guys gotta remember, these fans sent through maybe 4-5 hours of tapings at a time. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't go by like that. They record 3 to 4 shows at a time when they're down in Full Sail. So let's just keep that into perspective. And you can tell they were at the end of the tapings here just by the way the fans react. The biggest pop of the night was Bobby Fish because he was debuting. But other than that, there was really no big pops tonight, not even for Giant Gargano, who made his return to NXT tonight. But we're going to start from the beginning here. We did start off with Aleister Black versus Bobby Fish. And this match here was fun. A fun match, a stiff match, a lot of kicks, a lot of strikes. Aleister Black is a fucking star. You know what I mean? One thing I did notice tonight as well, you know, and I already noticed this. You know, I already knew Aleister Black was already at 205 pounds, but it just made me realize that this guy's a fucking star. 205. What else do we know about 205 in WWE? Cruiserweight division. Can you imagine Aleister Black in the Cruiserweight division? Can you imagine fucking, you know, Seth Rollins? I know he's a little bit over 205 in the Cruiserweight division. Finn Balor. Those guys are not Cruiserweight division guys. They're not. They're fucking main event type of guys. Main roster type of guys. You know what I mean? And Aleister Black and Bobby Fish, like I said, they put on a pretty damn good match. Aleister Black does his little mind games. I love the way on how graceful Aleister Black is in the ring. He is smooth as butter. Even when he comes in, notice when he comes into the ring, when he's doing his entrance, when he does the flip over the ropes, he does the rollover and just seamlessly going into the Indian style position. That's fucking great. Great shit. You know, he moves so fluid in the ring, does Aleister Black. The way that he kicks, the way that he maneuvers around in the ring, his facial expressions, everything that he does it with purpose and for a reason, and he's pretty damn good at what he does. Not to put away what Bobby Fish did here in the ring tonight. They are very alike in the ring. Bobby Fish is just trying to go for kicks. He's doing his judo and, you know, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He was doing all that in the ring tonight. And, you know, I personally think that these two very much so complement each other very well in the ring, but you can definitely tell that Aleister Black was going to win this match. There was no reason why Aleister Black should lose this match, even though against a debuting Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish, his ceiling is very short. Not very short, but it's short as a singles guy. He needs to be in a tag team with Kyle O'Reilly. Now, Kyle O'Reilly has a higher ceiling as a singles guy over Bobby Fish, but Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly being together as you know, Red Dragon. They may change the name in WWE, but just seeing those two together is going to do wonders for the tag team division. It's going to do wonders for NXT, and it's a much needed jolt seeing Red Dragon to come on WWE television. But the match ends with Aleister Black hitting the Black Mass roundhouse kick to Bobby Fish for the 1-2-3 victory in a very, like I said, very fun opener. Very good match to open up NXT. And basically the best match of the night. We only had 3 matches on the show, guys. Only 3 matches in the show. After that, we see footage from last week's, when Hideo Itami and Cassius Ohno faced against Sanity after they lost to Sanity. We go to backstage footage after the match. Ohno, well, not really after the match, but it was during sometime this week. Ohno says he was trying to talk to Itami. Itami blames Ohno for the loss. Ohno says all Itami has done since Chicago is blame people. He tells Itami to take some accountability for his actions. Ohno says he is a man of actions and he is done talking. So this feud that's supposed to be brewing between Hideo Itami and Cassius Ohno is gonna culminate at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, in my personal opinion. I didn't see anything on the spoilers tonight about that, but they're still taping right now as I'm doing this review. So if something happens as I'm doing this review, then obviously I don't know, because they're still taping the show right now. So maybe they'll have a match before NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, but I don't see why you'll do it, because this is one of your main focal points week to week to week to week. You know what I mean? But again, with NXT takeovers, there's only 5 matches per, I guess you want to say per show. So you're gonna have the three title matches: Asuka, Ember Moon, Bobby Roode versus who he's gonna face off. I'm not gonna give spoilers here. I know who he's gonna face off against, but I'm not gonna give spoilers here. Heavy Machinery. Who's Heavy Machinery going to go up against? Or are they going to go up against anybody? Are we going to get a tag team title match at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn? So that may be, this title match may be in jeopardy of happening. You got Ohno and Itami, and possibly Aleister Black in a match. I can't see Aleister Black off the show. He has yet to debut at an NXT TakeOver. Well, he's actually debuted at WrestleMania, but he hasn't been at a TakeOver since, because we had Chicago, then now we're gonna have Brooklyn. So there's gonna be 5 matches. Okay, there's gonna be 5 matches, but the question is, what 5 matches are they gonna put on there? That is the question. You know what I mean? But I guess we're going to have to cross that bridge when we get there. I can't see Giant Gargano being off the show either. He just returned. I can't see him being off the show. Who's he going to feud it against? I don't know. I can definitely see Gargano and maybe Andrade Cien Almas, because they've been building him up as well. So, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we can see here. Velveteen Dream, he's been vocal as well. That's the only thing about these NXT shows. They only do 2 to 5 matches on these cards, and really, I don't even know, probably actually 3 to 5. I don't know. I don't want to say 2. I mean, never really seen a 2-match NXT takeover, but 3 to 5 matches, and I can't imagine a 6th match or a 7th match on there within 2 hours. Because remember, their shows is 2 hours long. Their shows is 2 hours long compared to WWE's 3-hour shows, like Great Balls of Fire, Money in the Bank, and, some of these other shows. So, I don't know. We have to wait when we get there. And, of course, you'll be hearing it here first, here on the channel. After that, we see a commercial. We get a commercial, then we come back with a vignette for a new tag team that I was talking about a little bit ago. A new black tag team called the Street Profits. I'm black. They have a hip-hop sense to them. Of course, I'm going to be fucking invested into this. I'm black. There ain't enough black tag teams in WWE. The last good black tag team that we had was Primetime Players. And look what happened to him. Only 1 title ring. Before that, we had Primetime. They never won the fucking tag team titles. So I'm hopeful that the Street Profits, and since they are getting a vignette, a true vignette, and they have a tag team name, I see them being utilized in NXT. Are they going to win the NXT tag team titles? Who fucking knows? I hope. Just look, I haven't seen their work yet. I want them to win the tag team titles just because they're black. Oh, JD, you're racist. Well, god damn it. Where's the other black people that I should cheer for? We got Velveteen Dream, Street Profits. You let me know where the other black guys are at on NXT. Huh? God damn it. I got to cheer for my people too. God damn it. Shit. And Ember Moon. Maybe Asuka, possibly. But I'm talking about as far as male athletes is concerned. Okay? But after that, we get, speaking of Velveteen Dream, we got a Velveteen Dream promo. This was pretty fucking funny. He was leaving Full Sail and refuses to be interviewed. He says he is not like other superstars. He was all dressed up. You know what? I was kind of skeptical with the gimmick, but he's starting to grow on me. His gimmick is fucking funny as shit. Now, it has a short ceiling. I don't see him winning the NXT Championship or anything of that nature, but his gimmick, I enjoy it. I enjoy the gimmick. I laugh. I don't want to say I cry, but I laugh. It's funny. It's funny stuff, and he's athletic in the ring too. He has a vicious elbow drop, a beautiful elbow drop from the top rope. Okay, but good promo by the Velveteen Dream. We got our next match, and this is for a Mae Young tournament qualifying match between Jamie Hashi and Vanessa Bourne. Two newcomers. This match wasn't really worth of anything. Jamie Hashi was a wrestler in high school. I didn't see any good wrestling ability here from Jamie Hashi. Vanessa Bourne, who was better of the two, wasn't really saying much. These women are not, you can tell they're as green as fucking grass. They're as green as fucking a fucking leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day. These women are green. The better of the two won, but that's the thing about this Mae Young tournament qualifying. I don't know a lot of these women. I don't know pretty much any of these women, I'll be honest with you. There's going to be a couple in there that I am going to know. But a lot of these women I don't know of, and I'm kind of afraid on what am I going to see. You know what I mean? I'm going to be afraid if we're going to be getting some shit matches. I'm going to be afraid if we're going to, if this is not going to be as good as the Cruiserweight Classic. I am hoping that it is good as the Cruiserweight Classic. Actually, Cruiserweight Classic, that's something that's I can't imagine anything being as good as the Cruiserweight Classic. I've been hearing about a tag team tournament that could come next year that will rival the Cruiserweight Classic, because my two favorite things in wrestling is Cruiserweight matches, because I grew up with a WCW guy and a WWF guy as well. But I love WCW Nitro. I love the Cruiserweights. I love Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero and Juventud Guerrera, Kidman. I love those guys. Chris Jericho. Those were the matches I used to watch and look forward to every single, Wednesday for fucking Thunder and Monday for Nitro. But I truly think that if they do a tag team tournament, I think it will be better than the Cruiserweight Classic, because I'm that invested with tag team wrestling. Tag team wrestling is some of my favorite. It's probably my favorite thing to watch with wrestling. That's why I love the Revival so much, because they remind me of old school tag team wrestling. I can go back and watch an old school tag team wrestling match and it still holds up today. I can go back and watch the Von Erichs versus the Freebirds. I can go back and watch the Midnight versus the Rock and Roll Express. I can go back and watch the Legion of Doom versus, the Four Horsemen, or the Rock and Roll Express versus the Russians. Nikita Koloff, and Ivan Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev. I love tag team wrestling. British Bulldogs versus, the Hart Foundation. It doesn't matter where it's at, what era, Hardys, Edge and Christian, it doesn't matter. I love me some tag team wrestling. And if they come with some tag team wrestling next year for a tournament, I'm all in. I'm buying. I got a Cruiserweight Classic shirt. I may buy a Mae Young Invitational shirt as well, because those shirts are not gonna be around. There's not gonna be too many shirts around for that. 10 years from now, I'll be like, damn, you got a Cruiserweight Classic shirt. Damn, you got a Mae Young Invitational shirt. But I'm going off track here. But point is, these two women in this match wasn't good, and that's what I'm afraid of with the Mae Young tournament. We don't know too many of these women here. Maybe you guys out there maybe know about to, these women here in the tournament. There's some that we may know, some that we may not know, but Vanessa Born wins, who was better of the two, and she wasn't even a wrestler. She was a fucking, like, a Phoenix Suns dancer or some shit like that. But she won. She was not horrible in the ring. It's just that she's green. She's not as fluid. She's not as quick to get into her moves. She moves a little bit slow. So did the other chick, Jamie Hashi. So it is what it is with that. We're going to be seeing some train wrecks in this tournament. We're going to have our good matches. We're going to have our bad matches. But I just hope that the women put on a very good effort and make this look good for the women for the Mae Young Invitational Tournament. But Vanessa Born wins. We are back. We look at what happened last week after NXT ended between Sandy and Drew McIntyre by his car. Killian Dane attacked Drew from behind while Alexander Wolf joined in. Officials hold their arms out, try to get Black. What? You mean Wolf? They put Black here as they're talking about like Aleister Black. They meant to say officials hold out their arms and try to get Wolf and Dane to stop standing over McIntyre. William Regal is with Bobby Roode in his office. William says that Drew McIntyre and Killian Dane are both undefeated, and they are showing an interest in his title. Bobby says they are both smart businessmen. The NXT universe pays good money to see the champ in action. Bobby says he can be both of them. He can be both of them any day of the week. Roode suggests putting Drew in the ring against Dane. William asks if Roode wants to see these men take out each other. William says that this is a match that would interest a lot of people next week. Drew McIntyre versus Killian Dane, and the winner faces off against Bobby Roode at NXT Brooklyn. Take over Brooklyn. So that's going to be our match next week. Killian Dane versus Drew McIntyre. I know who I'm going with. What makes sense? Drew McIntyre. That's what makes sense. Could we see a heel versus heel? Killian Dane versus Bobby Roode? I will say most likely not. So Drew McIntyre versus Killian Dane. I believe Drew McIntyre is going to win. I believe that Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre is the end game for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Even though I already know what the outcome is going to be, but that's what I believe was going to happen. I'm just trying to give you guys hope who's who hasn't seen the match yet. But I mean, we should all know that Drew McIntyre is going to win. Like, let's not kid ourselves on if you really think that Killian Dane is going to win. A heel versus heel at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. You guys are smarter than that if you're watching me. Johnny Gargano comes out to the ring. He gets the mic and he says that he missed the cheers from the fans. He says that he's been gone for a little bit, and this. What the fuck is this guy writing on here? Like, he says he has been gone for a little bit, and that and this are irreplaceable. Whenever he heard his music, he got excited because he knew you were going to see something special. He saw what happened in Chicago, and just like you, he never saw it coming. Johnny says he never thought the guy he was willing to take a bullet for was going to pull the trigger on him. Johnny says he has tried to rationalize the decisions that were made, and he asks why. He says he does not get it, and he does not understand, and he does not think he will. Johnny says he is not here to dwell on the past. He's here to look at the future. What you control is how you react to them. Johnny says he's standing right here. Johnny says he needs to get back to doing what he loves. TakeOver Brooklyn is the biggest show of the year, and he needs to be there. He needs to be Johnny Gargano again. Most importantly, he needs to be Johnny Wrestling. Pretty good promo from Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano is the best seller in the WWE. He invokes emotion out of you. He's like I compare him not as, God, I don't want to make it sound like Johnny Wrestling sucks in the ring. I'm not comparing it to Shawn Michaels as far as in-ring ability. Come on, Shawn Michaels is Come on. Johnny Gargano's great. Don't get me wrong. He's good. But Shawn Michaels, Johnny Gargano, like, who you better wrestler? Come on, let's be serious. But he has the selling factor like a Shawn Michaels. You know what I mean? And again, Shawn Michaels was on a whole nother level of selling. I think, Shawn Michaels, he oversold. You know what I mean? But Johnny Gargano, he gives you that emotion, gets you invested in matches. The way his facial expressions, the way that he looks, he's like in pain, and it looks like he's just in complete, at the biggest odds that someone has never ever been in a wrestling match before. Johnny Gargano makes you believe. I want to see who he's going to be going up against at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. I'm thinking it could be Andrade Cien Almas, because that's the only one that really makes sense to me. Let's think here for a second. Eric Young, but that I don't see that. I see Andrade, and I see Andrade and Johnny Gargano, to be honest. Not Aleister Black. You can't put those two together. You can't. You need like a legit heel versus Johnny Gargano, and I think and I truly think that's gonna be Andrade Cien Almas. You could say Eric Young as well, but I'm really thinking right now, I just don't see Eric Young. I really don't, and especially what happens at the end of this show here, kind of makes me wonder what the hell is going to be going on. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes here, and I'm pretty sure we're going to find out some information by the end of the night. Next week, Ember Moon faces Ruby Riott, in addition to a normal contender match between Killian Day and Drew McIntyre. So that was a little note there. Our main event tonight was the Authors of Pain, Akam Razor versus Tucker Knight, Otis Dosovich of Heavy Machinery. This wasn't really anything special, and I'm kind of glad that they got this match out the way. I was one of the few, optimistic guys that was to think that this match between these two was going to be better. It was decent. It wasn't a total horrible piece of shit match, but it was just uneventful. It was very uneventful, and I just don't know if these two teams just don't mesh well together. I really don't think it's because it's two big teams. I don't really think that's what it was at all. It's just something was missing from this match. It wasn't enough heat behind it as well, because yeah, we knew that this match was going to come up, but to me there was no really heat behind it, just because of the fact that, it wasn't a true build to this here. So, like I said, there was really no heat behind it. That's all I can really say. Really no heat behind it whatsoever. And that's what kind of failed this match here for me. But the winners, of course, of this match is the Authors of Pain. They did beat Heavy Machinery after Otis Knight. Otis Knight. What the fuck did I just say? Otis Dosovich gets hit with the last chapter for the 1-2-3 pinfall. So Akam and Razor are still your NXT Tag Team Champions. After the match ends, the lights goes out, we hear Sandy's music, and we see papers falling from the rafters. And what the commentator says, Amar Ronaldo, which is great to hear tonight again. And Percy Watson, who's another, I don't get this shit. Why does WWE have to do this is their commentating. This is the commentating team for fucking WWE. Okay? You got the main lead, Tom Phillips, Michael Cole, Mauro Ranallo. Mauro Ranallo is actually the best out of all of them. You know what I mean? You got the former wrestler, Corey Graves. Oh, wow. Never mind about that one. The white former wrestler, the legend. I'll say that. The legend. Booker T, JBL, And people will call Nigel McGuinness a legend. Do I consider him a legend? I haven't seen enough of his work to call him a legend, but independent-wise, I would say he's a legend. Okay? And you're a black guy. I'm just going to say that. And you're a black guy. Booker T, Byron Saxton, and now Percy Watson. You notice that shit? Is that just me? Whatever. But back to the point at hand. We see the papers falling from the sky, and it might be Paul Ellerine's book of Pain. So we did not see Eric Young. If we are going to see the Authors of Pain versus Sanity, I truly believe it's going to be Eric Young and Alexander Wolf. In my opinion, I may be wrong. They may do the Freebird rules. They may do what the New Day's doing. Whoever they want to, compete in the match, they'll compete in the match. But I think we'll see Eric Young and Alexander Wolf against the Authors of Pain. And I think that Sanity may win the tag team titles. Believe it or not. I think they may win the tag team titles. I'm not really excited per se for this feud because you're getting heel versus heel. And it's obvious that's going to be the match at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. But that's just showing to the lack of tag teams, the lack of build-up for tag teams in WWE, period. I mean, the tag teams is the weakest part of WWE. Second is the women, but at least the women, in some aspects, are being showcased very well in NXT. Monday Night Raw, forget about it. It's been fucking trash. SmackDown has been less trash. It's been meh. You know what I mean? But at least on NXT, the women are they're pretty damn good on NXT. But the tag team division all the way around has been very uneventful for the past 3 to 4 months easily. But yeah, that being said though, hopefully this match ends up shutting me up a little bit. I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad match. I just don't really agree with the feud. Maybe they can give us some good good storyline going into it. I mean, are we gonna get that? Who fucking knows? But it is what it is. But it's gonna be Sandy versus the Authors of Pain at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. So let me know what you think about that, guys. But guys, that's it. That is tonight's NXT review from Full Sail tonight. If you guys are watching me here right now, expect for me tomorrow, gaming-wise, a live stream of some sort. It's Friday the 13th. That seems to be the bread and the butter for this channel because I'm enjoying the shit out of Friday the 13th. Wrestling video tomorrow, maybe. We'll see if I have time. If there's any news out there. There was news today about Alberto Del Rey being suspended indefinitely from Global Force Wrestling. Thank fucking God. I talked about Kyle O'Reilly debuting tonight. Sorry for spoilers. Sorry, my apologies. But Kyle O'Reilly debuted tonight. Shit. God damn it. You guys are going to find out anyway if you're on the internet. So, but other than that, there's really nothing else here. I do got some news for the Game Door podcast for this Friday. There's a little bit of news out there for, the future of Roman Reigns. What we can see for the future of Roman Reigns. So, just be sure to come out for that as well for Friday. But other than that, guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video here of my NXT review here tonight from Full Sail. But guys, that's it. If you did like this here, I would really appreciate if you guys could leave a thumbs up here on this video. It gets the channel out there, gets more exposure there. So if you are a fan of mine, hit the thumbs up. It does take 2 seconds of your time to do that. I would appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page, where both links are down below. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.